And if you threw a party, you invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Hi, I'm Courtney and welcome back to Haven's Kitchen. Today I'll be making maple roasted root vegetables with a golden yogurt dressing. I love this recipe so much because I think that one of the most underrated superpowers that any home cook can tap into is choosing seasonal produce. And we are working with a bunch of gorgeous fall root vegetables. So we've got delicata squash, we've got Brussels sprouts, we've got parsnips, we've got sweet potatoes, and all of this is going to come together with a really beautiful maple and olive oil toss. It'll get baked in the oven and it'll be coming together with this beautiful tahini yogurt dressing, which will take on this beautiful, gorgeous golden color. So excited about how it's all going to come together with our toasted pumpkin seeds and a little bit of fresh mint. If this recipe sounds like one you'd like to make, be sure to subscribe to see all of our future recipe videos. All right, let's get started. So for today's recipe, the main thing that we'll be using is a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. We'll also be cutting our vegetables into some really beautiful shapes. You'll want to make sure that you have a sharp knife. So starting with our delicata squash, we're just going to cut it in half. And you see that there are these really beautiful seeds here. You can absolutely reserve these and toast them. But we've already got our toasted pumpkin seeds. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoop this out. All right. So now that we have our delicata squash scooped, we're just going to slice it into these really beautiful half moons. And they'll take on this crescent shape. And we'll just place this into our bowl. We've already got our sweet potatoes diced to little bite-sized pieces. And now we're going to slice our parsnip into bite-sized rounds. And our goal here is to end up with even-sized pieces so that our cooking time is also pretty even. Now we're going to slice our Brussels sprouts. And I'm just cutting the little base off. You can absolutely leave it on. I just like it for the aesthetics. All right, so now we've got all of our vegetables chopped. We've got them cut into pretty bite-sized pieces, and now we're going to toss them with a little bit of high-quality olive oil. Thank you so much to our friends at Pineapple Collaborative for this beautiful olive oil. And we'll also be adding in some salt and a little bit of maple syrup, giving that a quick toss to coat and laying it on our parchment paper. I absolutely love the smell of olive oil. I don't know, like, it never. All right. And we're going to add in our maple syrup. This will add such a nice touch of sweetness, and we'll have a little bit of that sweet, salty, roasty flavor going on. All right, we've got all of our vegetables coated. We'll move them over to our baking sheet. It's very important when you're roasting that you're starting off with a super hot oven. So we're going to be roasting our vegetables at 425. You know, I feel like overhead this could be a really cool time lapse, but I don't know. All right, so now we've got our veggies all sheeted up. They're ready to go into the oven at 425 for about 30 minutes until they're golden brown and tender. All right, so while our veggies are roasting, let's go ahead and make our golden yogurt dressing. Now this comes together really, really easily. We've just got a little bit of Greek yogurt, and we're going to add our golden turmeric tahini. We're gonna squeeze in about half a pouch. I am absolutely obsessed with this gorgeous golden color. So the HK tahini is my hands down favorite. I order a case of this a month, and it's the condiment that I use on literally everything. I use it in place of mayonnaise. I use it in my Greek yogurt. I'll mix that in with a little bit of lemon zest. It's kind of like a put it on everything sort of sauce, and it's just really delightful. So I'm super excited to be mixing this into yogurt, which lightens it up a little bit, but also adds some really nice tang. And in addition to that, we'll be throwing in just a splash of some apple cider vinegar and giving all of that a mix. And it thins it out a bit. Beautiful. Now that we've got this mixed up, we can set it aside and we can chill for about 25 minutes while we wait on our veggies to finish roasting. All right, so now we have our vegetables out of the oven. They are gorgeous and golden brown, and they've got these beautiful little charred bits on the edges here. So we are going to go ahead and plate. So for plating this dish, we really want the vegetables to shine through. And the way that we'll do that is we'll lay our golden tahini yogurt down on the bottom of our platter, and then we will top it with all of our roasted vegetables. Then we'll give that a garnish with our mint and our toasted pumpkin seeds, and it'll really be so beautiful. This dish is so impressive when you've got people coming over, when you're doing a dinner party, or just if you'd like to have dinner for two and have it feel extra fancy. So with our mint leaves, sometimes we'll mince, but sometimes for dishes like this, you really just want to get the aromatics of the mint. So simply plucking them off of the stem is really just enough, and you can sort of tuck them down into your platter. Okay. Okay, and bam. All right, so there you have it, our maple roasted root vegetables with our golden yogurt dressing. If you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to like this video and subscribe to see all of our future recipe videos. And for our full recipe and textable shopping list, click the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, cook happy.